Natalina Nasruddin here with Rise Up For You, and welcome to the Rise Up For You TV. I recently had the honor to do a major keynote in Las Vegas for over 500 professionals on how to be seen, how to be heard, and how to be relevant. Especially in today's world, whether you're a corporate professional or an entrepreneur, we all want to be able to stand out from the crowd, to be seen, to be valued, and to be able to make an impact without getting lost amongst everybody else. Again, welcome to Rise Up For You TV, and enjoy this keynote where I share with you multiple strategies to be seen, to be heard, to be relevant.
It's such an honor to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I really have been looking forward to this for quite some time. So again, really honored. As you heard, my name is Natalina Nasruddin. I'm the CEO and founder of Rise Up For You. Let's talk about be heard. This is my favorite topic to talk about. I wrote a whole book on this. My team and I, every single year, we ask thousands of professionals around the world, thousands, not hundreds, what their number one challenge is as a professional in the workplace. 83% say self-confidence. 83% say self-confidence. Perfectionist mindset, imposter syndrome, never feeling enough despite how many accomplishments you have, struggling with self-doubt, getting in your own way because you have the monkey chatter in your head that's telling you you cannot, even though you can. 83%. Now think about that. How would your life be different, not just in your career, because I'm talking about in life, right? I could talk about this for hours. How would your life be different if you just had maybe 10% more confidence? When you got feedback from your leader, would you take that feedback differently? Would you take the feedback for what it is versus you thinking that you suck and you're not good enough because you got this feedback? How many of us have been there? Would you go in and ask for the promotion, or would you negotiate? Or would you speak up in a meeting more if you had maybe just 10% more confidence? Would you teach people how to treat you better if you had maybe just 10% more confidence? How would your world change if you had how would your kids change if you had a little bit more confidence? Now, I talk about this because I always say this is the greatest tragedy today, is wasted human potential. Amazing people like yourself that are in this room that have everything you need, but you constantly tell yourself you don't have what you need, and then it gets in the way. Now let's break this down. Before COVID, I was a professor for many years, and I would always work with college freshmen. Right before COVID in 2019, I asked 200 college freshmen, which are considered the iGen, which many of you are working with and some of you are iGen. Okay, I asked them the same questions. 80% said they felt less worthy than others. For some of you, this is your kids. 85% said they didn't believe in their abilities. Now, iGen is about up to 27, 28 years old. So these are your coworkers and these are your kids. Now, the stats that I told you, okay, that every year we do this, 83% say their top challenge is confidence, and then 57 use the actual word confidence, and the rest use perfectionist mindset, imposter syndrome, not feeling enough. We see not feeling enough a lot. Now, it's not your fault, because your whole entire life, you have been taught to build what I call micro-level confidence. And I talk about this in my book, and it's also in your handbook. Micro-level confidence. Your whole life, you've been taught to build confidence in a category, a competency, or a thing. Think about it. You go to school, K through 12, you get good grades in math, science, whatever it is, right? Then for some of us, we go on to university, or maybe we go on to technical college, or we get certificates or whatever it is, and we're taught to build good grades, GPA, be successful in this thing. Does anyone ever teach you how to have confidence in yourself? Does anyone ever teach you how to have leadership, emotional and social intelligence, emotional regulation in yourself? No, our whole entire life is built after building confidence around these things that we think are going to make us more successful. But the challenge is that all of those things exist outside of you. I'm confident as a singer. I'm confident as a speaker. Some of you are confident in coding, skateboarding, whatever it is. But all of those things exist outside of you. And anything that exists outside of you, inevitably it can and it will change. And this is what happened during COVID. People from around the world, their jobs fell apart, their technique no longer mattered, people lost their businesses, they lost their roles. All these things around them started to crumble, and guess what else crumbled? People from around the world came to us and said, what's my identity? What's my value? Who am I? What do I bring to the table? Because their whole entire life, their identity was attached to these skills, the micro level confidence. What we really want to do is build macro level confidence. This is a belief in your ability, period. This is an understanding that you are enough simply because you exist. This is an understanding that perfectionism prevents you from your potential. Write that down. Perfectionism prevents you from your potential. This is a realization that failure is actually research to success. Think about scientists. They spend their entire life failing. Maybe if they're lucky, they come up with one solution in their lifetime, if they're lucky. But they don't see failure as not being good enough. They see failure as research. And they use that failure and they use that research to get one step closer to their goal and outcome.